Well, we're now joined by Manolo Romero, recipient of the first ever Outstanding Contribution to European Sports Production Award. Welcome. Can I just ask you for your reflections on today's award?
Well, I feel very humble and honored because if this is recognizing a contribution to the European sports production. I've been working for a very long time now in European productions. I started my career with the European Broadcasting Union at the time when sports production was in its beginning, and we had to invent almost everything. And when I mean we, is all the companies, all the broadcasters, and all the technology companies that were developing new technologies and help us to do this coverage of sports.
Obviously, we've seen phenomenal technological change over the recent couple of decades. What would you say has been, in terms of the coverage of the productions you've worked on, what has been the most important transition?
Okay, from a production standpoint, the new technologies have helped us very much to get together, to get close to the athletes and to show to the viewers what the athletes do and the emotions that they take during their performances. In terms of distribution technology, the new media, the internet possibilities now change completely the whole world. We need to grasp those opportunities to show the different viewers, that the youngers, the less young, the old ones, what they want to see.
And sort of in terms of, you've been involved in so many pivotal events. Is there one particular event that for you stands out in terms of you just feel that the totality of the production was everything that you hoped it would be?
Well, it's always
Or is it always the next?
it's always the next one, I was going to say. When one hopes to be able to correct the things that one would have done otherwise. But I think this is not a single person effort. This is creating a generation of broadcasters in all different areas to use the technology to their best. The difference that we see now is that acceleration now is much faster. So before it would take 10, 20 years to change. Now the changes are here from one year to the next. So this is perhaps the most different thing now. And I hope that the people that will get this award in the future are able to accommodate to this quick pace of change.
And obviously today we've seen some of these sort of emerging technologies being discussed, a lot of them as well. What's the one that most excites you in terms of its sort of transformative potential?
There are so many. It's not only one. All the matters that have been discussed here today, they all offer a lot of possibilities, internet, remote production, virtual reality, all of them were just, as I explained, in London, we tested many of these 4K, 8K, and they are here today in less than 6 years. And the issue will be how to be able to adapt this to the changing world.
And obviously, we're now seeing great progress in 4K. You've mentioned 8K there. How quickly do you think that's going to become a sort of a default technology? Obviously, NHK is sort of leading the trail on that one. But is it something where we're going to be enjoying that in 4 or 5 years, or is it going to be longer?
Look, if I knew, when we started with high definition coverage in the Olympics, it took more than 20 years. Yeah. For the HDTV standard to become standard. And now the first Olympics fully HDTV was in 2008. Now we are already talking for 2020 of 8K. So I think we are talking now in matters of a few years. Before, the limitation was the possibility to broadcast, to transmit those signals on television. Today is to transmit those signals into screens. And there are many ways to do that. So I think there is no limit in developing these new technologies.
And do you think the Olympics in 2020 in particular, do you think that will be one that really witnesses a big step change in production?
I think so. I think for many reasons, 8K will be already there. And the moment that it's there in the Olympics, it may take a couple of years or 3 or 4 years to be implemented on a regular basis. So I think we are already there.
Well, thank you very much for joining us today, and congratulations again on your award.